Hi everyone, it's Danny. Happy New Year! So today I'm gonna answer a question sent in by Heather, and she's asking if I ever had a Phalaenopsis flower spike that started and then just stopped to grow for months. And also she's asking if I think they will eventually start growing again, or could there be something that she needs to change. Well, okay, I have a few cases like this in my experience, so I'm just gonna talk about them. Now the first case is actually this yellow Phalaenopsis. I have a video on it earlier this year actually, so I'll place that in the description, where I made a video about flower spikes that stopped growing and what happens to them and why they stop growing. But this is slightly different. These flower spikes that are actually blooming now, they have grown in late spring, and summer came and the orchid decided to stop them or stale them and keep them. So when autumn hit, they started to bloom and they're looking nice, they're developing, but also this orchid started to put out another 2 flower spikes. If you can see, it's this one with the buds and the other one. So right now I'm having 4 flower spikes on this Phalaenopsis alone. But in all honesty, the spikes were pretty big when they actually stopped growing. So it was really obvious that they were about to bloom eventually. They were developed, they were ready for the orchid to find the proper conditions. So I was saying back then that this happens because the orchid feels it's not in season, or it's not the appropriate season, and prefers to divert energy towards other things and stale the flower spikes. So in this case, eventually they did grow back. She was not the only case with this actually, and over the summer I did have 2 more Phalaenopsis orchids that I actually donated, but I'm gonna show you another one that has the same thing. It just came with it. So the other 2 Phalaenopsis that I had produced flower spikes in the summer, but the flower spikes looked something like this, and hopefully I can show you. Just a little small nubbin appearing, and then they stopped because they appeared in summer. Now those ones did not grow back in autumn. They actually didn't develop, and what the orchid did was put out another flower spike, and these ones just remained there, like this one seems to be. Now I've purchased this with this flower spike appearing, but it's not happening, nothing's happening, so I would say that that flower spike will not grow. It's just a sort of a beginning of a flower spike. And based on the other 2 that I had and did not grow the flower spikes, I would say that if it's stuck at this level and the orchid is producing another flower spike, then that one will not develop anymore. But you know, in the orchid world, you can always have surprises. Some of them are good, some of them are not so good. My personal opinion is that if it's too tiny, it will not develop anymore. The orchid will produce another viable flower spike that will grow strongly in the appropriate environment. If it stopped growing when it was already about to bloom, then definitely this one will start to bloom when conditions are proper for blooming, and you can have surprises of the orchid putting out more spikes. You can have multiple spikes. So okay, thank you for the question. Hopefully I shed some light. These are my cases. And if you have any other questions, just place them in a comment section. Maybe I can do a video on them. So don't forget to be subscribed to my channel to be able to place questions and for me to show you. So if you have any other suggestions or anything else, leave me a comment, and I will see you next time. Bye bye!